Hello, my beautiful, celestial, passionate, ethereal fire signs. Welcome to your reading for this upcoming week, following the Leo full moon, which I know has affected y'all really positively, or maybe it didn't feel so positively, but I can tell that it's bringing about great change and beautiful transformation for y'all. This reading is going to be the energies from Thursday, the day after the full moon, of February 17th to February 24th, next Thursday. Although I do have a few videos uploading right now, so fingers crossed they all upload tonight. This may be going up by Saturday, but this is what you can expect following the full moon, how that affected you, and things of that nature. I'm Jace. I go by she, her, they, them pronouns. I am non-binary. I am a tarot reader and a baby psychic medium. So welcome. If this is your first time seeing me, hi. If this is not and you followed me over from my other platforms, thank you so much. Hello, welcome to my channel. Go ahead and click that subscribe button because I feel like y'all are already gonna love my content. And if you really want to see more of me but in shorter condensed versions, you can go check out my Instagram at CosmicAngel777, where I am building a spiritual community and I like to post healing content and things of that nature. And you can also book a personal reading with me through there for now, because I am developing a different way for us to be able to do that. And if you want to see some more condensed versions of these collective readings, I do post collective readings almost every day or pretty consistently. I'm trying to be on it every single day on my TikTok at cosmic.angel777, where I'm mostly on there. So I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, so yes, I like to go about this the way that I do my personal readings, which I like to give each of you some time to get accustomed to my energy before we just jump into these messages so that you feel safe receiving these and you take what resonates and leave what doesn't. I'm going to put on some healing frequency music. I feel like we could use some third eye clearing, so let's go ahead and get some third eye frequencies playing for y'all. I also have some crystals lined up in front of me. I've just kind of been having these like out all day, but let's see, let's find the right third eye frequency. I think I have one in my watch history that was actually really good. Sorry, I don't mean to be rude. Okay. So, I do have some crystals lined up in front of me. I have some amethyst, some blue lace. I've got angelite, unakite, rose quartz, tiger's eye, garnet, and obsidian. Garnet and obsidian I use for groundedness and protection. I have some labradorite and some hematite. I feel like this is just a good array. These are my crystals for the day. I go ahead and grab them from my altar every time I'm going to do readings, and they just tend to be my crystals for the day. If you hear noise going on, that is my roommate. I'm sorry about that. It is later in the day, so my roommate is home. And yeah, let's just get started. Let's get you energetically prepared. If you have my consent, if I have your consent, I'm going to go in with my selenite wand and cleanse your higher chakras. If not, you can fast forward about like 30-45 seconds and not do this, but I do recommend it. So we're just going to clear away your crown chakra, your third eye, your throat, your heart chakra, and we're just going to get all that stagnant, low vibrational, and heavy energy, all those blockages, and we're just going to transmute that all. We're going to wrap it in love and light, and then we're going to blow it out this window behind this screen here, behind y'all. We're going to release it back into the universe for the good of all hearts and known in love and light. So you give all that to me, and I'm going to wrap it all up in love and release it. Ooh, this got heavy. I knew y'all had some third eye blockages. I'm gonna release that another night. And now we're gonna raise our vibration. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna bring in some love, some healing, some protection, some joy, abundance, and high vibrational energy so that you can receive these with an open mind and an open heart for your highest good and healing and soul purpose. Thank you. Thanks for letting me do that, y'all. And so it is, and so it is, and so it is. So today I'm going to be going in with this Angel Oracle deck. It's going to give us some general messages so we know what we're getting into. And then I'm going to go in with my Luna Soul Tarot deck. I love this deck. Felt really called to specifically use these two for the fire signs. So cute. I've used almost different decks for every single reading that I've done for the signs. And I'm happy that I finally got to use this one because I love this deck. Bottom of the deck energy is the Empress. We're going to get some more clear, direct messages, clarity, things like that through this deck. But let's start out with this Oracle deck. As always, I've already cleansed the space today. I cleansed myself and I've set the intentions for protection and channeled your spirit guides, angels, and ancestors, and any other divine beings I felt like could bring you some loving messages for your highest good and healing. So now we can begin. Spirit, let's take a deep breath together. Spirit, please bring forth messages for the highest good of this collective of fire signs, Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius, and what they need to know in this upcoming week following this Leo full moon. Okay, y'all are a little tired. I feel like this Leo full moon really exhausted you a bit. It's okay to rest this weekend, because I feel like this upcoming week is going to be bringing positive changes, and you're probably feeling really inspired right now. But just don't forget to balance rest and taking inspired action. So the first cards are take charge and action, and the second card is trust the universe. That's so funny that I was like, y'all are tired, y'all should rest, and then it's like take charge and action. I really feel like it's all about balance. So like make sure to replenish and refresh your energy every day. Maybe start going to bed earlier so you can have more of the day to do things, or if y'all work during the week and the weekend is the time that you get to do things, just make sure that you're taking care of your body and like resting. Don't be overloading on caffeine and things like that. Go off like your natural instinct, your natural drive and inspiration to do things, because you will be more present when you do it, and you will be able to, you know, like follow the voice of your soul, your intuition. I really feel like these cards coming out together speak of taking inspired action, ensuring that you're only doing things that are coming from the heart, that are coming from your intuition, that are divinely guided, and not forcing yourself to do anything that you don't want to do for that reason. Also, some of y'all have been battling with like feeling a lot more, I'm hearing claustrophobic, but even a lot more like socially anxious, not really wanting to speak out, and maybe that's like not really in your nature. I mean, as a fire sign, you tend to be more outgoing, but if you're just someone who's like, you know, easily like personable, is like easy to talk to even if you're not super social, I feel like maybe lately you've been having a hard time putting yourself out there. It seems like you need some inner child healing, or you need to acknowledge that your inner child is feeling a bit shy right now, is wanting to like, you know, retreat back into their cocoon, their shell. It's really important that you show your inner child that it's safe to come out, that it's safe to put yourself out there. Ooh, I've been working on affirmations every single day, and one affirmation I've been saying is I like saying certain affirmations that are like in the form of a question. So I say, why would I be embarrassed to show myself? Why would I be embarrassed to express myself? I embrace me wholeheartedly, and the world embraces me. I think there's like another way that I say it too. I think I say, why would I be embarrassed of expressing myself? The world embraces me, and I embrace myself to the world. I love that one. I'm hearing a song in my head and it's a really old song, but I can't remember how it goes. I think it's by Danity Kane. That's so random, but anyway, I'm hearing the word showstopper in my head. So I feel like some of y'all want to be like performers. I'm even seeing like Jennifer Hudson in Dreamgirls, which I've never even seen that movie, but I feel like some of y'all want to be performers. Even like you might have liked burlesque growing up. I'm getting a lot of that energy. That's so I'm actually gonna look up this song by Danity Kane and play it for y'all because I'm really curious now. Danity Kane, Showstopper, that's what I thought, yeah. Slow. Yeah. Hey. That's so funny. I literally haven't heard that song in so long. LOL. Okay, so that's why I was hearing the word showstopper in my head. We in the car, we ride slow. I don't know if that's a sign for some of y'all, or if you need to go and listen to that song to like reconnect with your inner child or whatever it may be. But I like this crowd's energy. Like, it's like y'all are tired, but y'all have like, you're very enthusiastic. I think you're just tired of the same bullshit. That's what it feels like. Yeah, okay, me getting chills as I say that. You're just tired of the same old, same old. You want the glamour, you want glamorous. Ooh, the flossy. I don't know why I keep thinking of this era from like 2005 to like 2009. I don't know, that might have been significant for y'all. If y'all like are around my age, I'm 22 right now. If y'all are around my age, you were probably kids at that time. That's probably your peak time of like dreaming big and having inspiration. So think back to that time of your life, 2005 to 2009. What was going on in it? What ideas did you have? What ambitions, what goals, what dreams did you have? Are those dreams that you're still connected to? Have you forgotten about them? Did you forget that at that time you had those same dreams? 12:22 as I'm recording this, I'm seeing on the timestamp. Did you forget that there was a time in your life that you had those same dreams and you have them right now and you're kind of like, am I silly for thinking this? Meanwhile, you've literally been having these dreams for like, what, that's like 15 years now? 17 years now. That's crazy. You know how long you've been sitting on this dream? Of course you're trying to be the showstopper. Of course you're trying to put yourself out there. You're tired of the same old. That little kid in you or that younger version of yourself, however old you are, we do not discriminate. It's still looking to be able to pursue those things and you're like still sleeping on yourself. Meanwhile, you've had what, anywhere from 17 to 13 years to be able to grow, learn, evolve, work on your craft, build on that dream, and be able to pursue it now with the intellect, the experience, and the connections, the network, the talent that you, and the skills that you may not have had at that time. And the opportunities that you may not have had at that time. The spirit is saying trust them. It's okay for you to go. Also, I'm seeing the card cut the cords. I don't know if that's gonna come out, but in my head I'm seeing the card cut the cords. You're holding on to something still. Maybe someone still that like you're using kind of as an excuse to remind yourself to move forward. I'm even seeing like a grandma, maybe you lost your grandmother and you feel a bit emotionally stunted and you're kind of using that to shadow the fact that like you're afraid to pursue your dreams. So you say, you know, because this thing happened, I can't. Or even if your grandmother's still alive and they're sick, you're kind of just like, I feel like you're kind of using that to mask the fact that you're afraid of pursuing your dreams and it possibly failing. Meanwhile, the universe is like, bro, go for it. Take charge and action. What are you doing, boo? What are you doing, Pooh? Go follow your dreams. Follow your dreams. Like Mac Miller. Also a song from 2009. Hello. And so it's like, wouldn't you want to achieve your dreams while your grandmother is still alive in this lifetime? Wouldn't you want your grandmother to be watching you from up above and see you pursuing your dreams and succeeding? Do you know the only times people will discourage us is when they think we're going to fail? Or they don't want to see us fail, so they just convince us not even to go after it in the first place. And then guess what happens when you succeed? They're happy. I mean, we're not doing it to make them happy. We're doing it for ourselves, right? Fuck anyone who doesn't believe in me, no offense. But what I'm saying is, you know, people will talk all this shit when they don't have the vision that you have, because you have the vision for a reason, right here in your third eye. That's why we need to clear it. That's why we need to clear that being. So, we in the car, we drive slow, we doing things that the boys don't know. We in the Let's see what else Spirit has to say for you. For y'all motherfuckers. I feel like y'all are a funny collective, because I feel like my freaking like personality coming out in this video, like I'm just joking around. Maybe I'm just getting comfortable, because I'm sorry, but this is the last of the sign readings that I'm doing today before I head on over to do some personal readings. And wow, like literally I just feel like laughing. I feel like being goofy as fuck. Like y'all probably think everything's a joke, Not gonna be thinking it's funny when you sitting on your booty in 10 years still thinking about what could have been if I went after it. Signs and reminders in reverse. Ease and grace in reverse. Y'all been ignoring your ancestors. If you have an altar, go tend to that shit. If you haven't made your altar, what you waiting for if you didn't think about it? If you haven't been talking to your spirit guides, your angels, you haven't been paying attention to the angel numbers, you haven't been looking them up if you don't know the meaning, you haven't been trying to think about what each of them means, or how they're significant to you, or why they're reminding you of that. Why is my only question. Oh, you don't have time. Oh, word. Every time you manifest something, you ask for something from the universe. Every time something bad's gonna happen and you get protected, the universe is gonna be like, your spirit team gonna be like, sorry, I don't see that. I don't have time. They're gonna let you fall on your ass so you can learn, since you don't have time, right? Why do I feel like I have to talk to you like you're my fucking, like y'all are my friends, and I'm like, listen, we got a couple Leos in this shit. I definitely feel the Sag energy. Y'all play too much, but also, okay, you need to like slow down. Y'all need to be more present. You have not been meditating. Oh, that's why you haven't been connected with them. You haven't been meditating. Oh, you don't have time. Oh, so you don't have time for you? You don't have time for you, but you're with you all day. I'm confused. I'm hearing, oh, but you have time to smoke that weed. I'm hearing, oh, but you have time when you're rolling up in the car and you're sitting there and you're sitting by yourself and you want to be watching videos and you want to be on TikTok and you want to be on Instagram scrolling, watching people's lives that you don't give a fuck about. You want to be listening to music that's talking all this mess. Why do I don't even talk like this. Like, I mean, I do talk like this, but like, I don't even say some of these like phrases because they're not even from the area that I'm from. Talking all this mess, like that's like a southern thing. I don't even, some of y'all are southern, huh? Ooh, I'm getting DMV area, word two, DMV, shout out. Some Virginians, some Marylandians. I was gonna say some Dominicans for the D, but that's not what the D stands for. What is it, Delaware? Detroit? No, it's Delaware. I'm Dominican also. Shout out to my Dominicans. Maybe y'all Dominican. But yeah, they're like, you got time for all that? Listen, you can make the time. You're just so stuck in your ways. We definitely got some Leos in this shit because y'all be having fixed sign energy. Y'all don't be wanting to do shit, you stubborn motherfuckers. It's like you do want to do shit, but you want to do shit your way. You don't be wanting to do shit that's actually gonna make things go your way. Oh, you want to be a showstopper? Showstopper? You want to be in the club? You want to be all that? Okay. You want to be paid to be in the club? You gotta put in the work. And I don't mean clock in, clock out. I mean clock in, clock out. I mean clock in content. I mean writing shit. I mean, what is it that you want to put your mind to? You gotta clock in and clock out of that. What? Y'all out here wasting your time. I'm hearing the song Biking by Frank Ocean, Tyler, the Creator, and Jay-Z. And I'm biking. If you got me, you think I'm in. There's one specific lyric I'm thinking of. And I'm biking. up because there's one specific lyric that Spirit wants me to communicate to you, and I can't think of it right now. Viking lyrics. What goes around comes around. Life goes in cycles. Everything that comes around goes around. Before it goes down, get you some ice. Icicles. Oh, I remember that. Okay. So, I don't get weak in the knees. Hundreds spread out like a fan, but feel like some Gucci sandals. Open the sky, get a handful. Toast marked up like a vandal. How you not fucking with cash? God give you what you can handle. Give you what you can handle. I got the grip like a handle. And I'm biking. I'm biking with me and my Daniel. Hades got the angels. TV's got the angles. I'm breaking. Yeah, okay. Period. God give you what you can handle. That's the line I was thinking of. You're like, I don't got time for that. I don't know if I could do it, but how can I manage? How do you manage to do everything else? You got time to hit up your plug or go to the dispo and roll up and smoke and be sitting there mindlessly for hours. You know why you don't have the time? Look at how much time you spend on your phone. I'm serious. Take out your phone right now. If you're watching this on your laptop or whatever, pause the video. Go check how much screen time you spend on your social media apps. Okay, did you do it? Okay. So if it says anything more than 5 hours, that's exactly why you don't have time. Because if you go to work every day, or you don't work, I don't care. But we're supposed to be sleeping for like what, 7, 8 hours a day? 5. I feel like the average person around our age group gets 5, right? Average person in general gets like 5 if you're like older than 15. Okay, you're sleeping for 5 hours. You're probably at work, maybe school, 8, 10 hours out of the day. That's 9 hours left. If you're spending more than 5 hours on social media, that's why you don't have time. Fuck is you doing? Fuck are you doing, bro? No judgment at all because I do the same shit, or I used to. I'm really good at not being on social media anymore. Y'all gotta set app limits, bro. Y'all gotta set reminders, set little alarms throughout your day. If you said you're gonna do something, go do it. 222. Like, come on now. You saying you don't have time, that's why you don't have time. You don't even realize you're over here scrolling mindlessly on TikTok. You're over here scrolling mindlessly on fucking Instagram. You think watching videos of other people or seeing posts of other people telling you how to get inspired and how to go do shit is gonna make a difference if you never take the time to sit there and go do shit and go be inspired? Joy and contentment, inner child healing, and rejoice. Listen, that shit is not making you happy. I feel like, because that was coming through before, y'all be like, but I be tired, like I be doing shit, like I be working, this is and that, maybe y'all got kids, maybe like you just have a lot going on, a lot of responsibilities, like work and school, things like that, and you just want to be able to chill. I get it, but your brain is not chilling by sitting there and intaking mindless content and energy. If you're here, you're somewhat of a spiritualist. You know how much energy you're taking in from other people? Bullshit, projections, anger, hatred, fear-mongering, all this negativity, and then bullshit. People fighting on the internet, stupid fucking gossip, shit like Kanye saying some fucking bullshit. Why are you spending 3 hours scrolling, watching what Kanye is about to post? First of all, you could go on Snapchat, read that shit in like 30 seconds. Second of all, like, you could be doing something with that time, you know what I mean? Wouldn't you want to be the person that people sit there and mindlessly scroll and want to know more about? Don't you want to be that person? There's some people in this world that are content with where they're at, that's what they're going to do. You're not content with where you're at. You're not content with where you're at. You want to be content with where you're at. You want to be content with where you're at and happy with where you're at, but you're not. You act like you are, even though in the back of your mind, you wish that you were the person that people were scrolling looking for. Even though in the back of your mind, you wish that people were watching TikToks about you, making edits on TikTok about you, listening to your music, watching your videos, learning how to dance from you. Some of y'all are dancers. Have you signed up for a choreography class? You can go to those shits high if you want to. Listen, it's all about balance. Nobody's judging you. You want to go smoke? Go smoke. And then when you go smoke, go read a book. Go read a book on whatever it is that you're interested in. Go watch a video. Go home and you want to be a dancer? Look up a YouTube video on how to choreograph, dance by yourself, and have fun. Like, do the shit that you like to do, but make something out of it. You want to be on TikTok and Instagram? Okay, go on for like a 40-minute class. And that's still a lot. Think about 40 minutes, what you could do in 40 minutes. This reading is probably not going to exceed 40 minutes. If it does, it's going to exceed 50 minutes. You know what I did with 40 minutes today? I did a whole reading. Like, you could do so much with those 40 minutes. But even so, cut it back, cut it down. Only go on, like, get accustomed to only going on and seeing shit that serves you. And when you start doing that, when you go on and you look for a specific thing that serves you, you'll eventually get to a point where when you go on and you don't see things that serve you, you start to get lost in that bubble, and after like 5 minutes you're like, fuck this shit, I literally feel my brain getting fried. I literally feel myself going from being like a sane human being and actually having intention and actually having like a peace of mind and actually having my own thoughts and opinions and individuality to being a fucking mindless robot that's just sitting here scrolling. And I feel myself do it when I go on social media. I know y'all know what I'm talking about. Like, if you ever stay off for a few hours because you can't be on it or whatever, your phone died, and you're probably like feeding for your phone, but at the same time you go back on and you're like, what the fuck was I feeding for? Like, this is nothing. This is some bullshit. And you know what? You're neglecting yourself. You're not doing inner child healing. Literally, you pursuing these dreams would put you in a position to hit your inner child in so many ways, because you have to give them what they didn't already have to be able to pursue those dreams. Like I said earlier, you were not in a position back then and you are now. So why aren't you giving that to yourself? If you knew it was possible then, when you barely had anything, how could you not think that it's possible now? When you have the opportunity to give yourself all this, and don't tell me money and this and that. We already covered the time. You don't need money. Listen, I got you another affirmation. I have everything that I need to pursue the things I'm inspired and interested and would love to do. I have everything I need to pursue the things I love. I have everything I need to accomplish my goals. I have everything I need to do what I want to do with my life. I have more than enough time. I spend my time wisely and lovingly, no matter how much or how little I do. You start saying that, you're going to start being more conscious of the time that you do spend. Because even if you sit there and you don't do a lot, at least doing something, at least doing one thing, instead of doing nothing with that time, we don't get time back, baby. I don't know what to tell you, 27. I don't know what to tell you, we don't get time back. We don't. But we can use the time that we still have. So what are you going to do with it? Let's go on one more oracle card. Oh yeah, but pursuing these dreams would be so healing to your inner child, because you'd have to literally tap into your inner child to be able to pursue these, the creativity, the imagination, the drive, the what's called the curiosity, and the naiveness of like not really knowing this world. Like, if you're someone who wants to be like a performer, like, you probably might not know a lot about it if that's not currently what you're doing with your life. So allow yourself to feel excited by something again. Like, when was the last time you really truly learned about something new and was excited about it, and it wasn't like going to an orientation for fucking college or like a new job or some shit, or learning some shit just because you're trying to get a degree? Probably spirituality, right? So what if there's something else that you could pursue that like isn't just self-betterment, but it's actually like what you want to do with your life, and you would be happy spending time doing that? You won't be like, I don't have the time for that, because you're gonna be happy doing it. Angelic protection, period. Literally, this is your destiny, this is your fate. Like, the angels are literally watching over you. You've been seeing 444 or 4444. Also, go listen to the song 444 by Jay-Z. I'm seeing that too. Even that whole album. I feel like I'm talking to a lot of people from like, even like Atlanta or Florida. So if y'all from any of the places that I shouted out, comment below. But I really feel like I'm talking more so to my black population. Like, I'm not even gonna say people of color, because it feels like my black population. Like, I really feel like you might feel like there's so much at stake, there's so much at risk, but honestly, like, this is literally written into your fate. It's in your fucking bloodstream. Like, I'm literally seeing like blood, like veins and like blood running through them in my head, and I'm feeling like your ancestors are heavy on this. Like, this is literally your destiny. This is your fate. You are literally meant to do this. That's why it's so heavy on your mind. That's why it has not left you for years. That's why it keeps coming up no matter how much you try to do something else with your life. It is meant to succeed, but you have to put in the work to get there. You got to take charge and action. And as you do, the universe, your spirit team will meet you with that strength. They will meet you with that support and like bring forth opportunity as soon as you decide. Like literally as soon as you decide to put yourself out there, and I'm speaking from experience. As soon as I decided to put myself out there, guess what? Started getting views on TikTok, started getting followers on TikTok, started getting mutuals with my favorite spiritualists, my favorite content creators. They're reaching out to me, asking me to make content with me, doing things like that, asking to be friends, asking for readings, things like that. Like, that's freaking we think that we're nobodies because we think that nobody sees us, but people see us, and we don't have to be this big hotshot thing to be considered a somebody and somebody important. Because guess what? Before Beyonce was Beyonce, she was a nobody too. And before fucking Kehlani was Kehlani, she was a nobody too. Before fucking Katy Perry was Katy Perry, she was a nobody too. Before Demi Lovato was who they were a nobody. Before fucking, who I think, Ariana Grande, nobody. But they weren't actually nobodies. It's just that they were not exposed to a world enough that would support them. And once they put themselves out there, more and more opportunities opened up, lined up for them to put themselves out there. I'm here like, why didn't you say any guys? I don't know, Bryson Tiller, Drake, Aubrey Graham. Before men started doing Degrassi, did we know who he was? No. And just because the world doesn't recognize you doesn't mean that you're nobody. You're still a somebody, but you gotta see that in yourself for anybody else to see it. Like, maybe you feel that way around the people that you're around right now. Like, you feel like people do see you like that. Like, I feel like low-key you do get attention. Like, you draw attention. And maybe that's making you feel a little insecure lately because you've been doubting yourself. But it's like, you already see that you are a magnet. You draw in people. Even you get haters. People be hating on you. People be, like, talking down on you, whatever. Guess what? You're doing something right because you have something that they're jealous of and envious of. And it fucking sucks sometimes. We don't want nobody's negative energy, but so then don't absorb it. Return that shit back to sender with love and light, and transmute any energy for your own prosperity, abundance, and growth. Because guess what? Energy is energy. You can change that shit right for your benefit. Hello. For the good of all and harm to none. Hello. Let's see. Spiritual growth came out. Yeah. It's time for you to open your third eye and see what the fuck that you're made of. This is taking me back. This is reminding me of, maybe that's why I saw 1222 earlier. Remember that portal in 2020 that they were like, oh, black people, we're gonna level up and like our DNA is gonna shift and whatever, we're gonna like gain superpowers. Like, y'all think they're playing? We shifted into the age of Aquarius. So the collective is awakening, and who do you think has that in their blood? Who do you think? Y'all need to do some research on your roots. Library of Alexandria. Y'all have chills right now. Kings and queens. Y'all forgot we were royalty? Y'all forgot? No. I mean, that's why literally everything that's ever been cool ever, and like the most important inventions in the world were invented by black people. Hello? What's not clicking? 3333. What makes you think that you can't be one of those too? Before anyone was someone important, even the people who had the most impact in the world, at one point, no one wanted to hear what they had to say. No one wanted to see what they had to do. No one wanted to validate it because it was crazy, because it was different, because people weren't doing that at the time. But somebody's got to be the first. So what makes you think you can't be? Let's get into some tarot messages. Thank you, Spirit. Yes. Yes! And this message, isn't only for my black collective. Like, if I have people of other races and ethnicities here, hello, you are welcome. But my messages lately have been hella oriented towards the black community, probably because it's Black History Month. And also, I've just been connecting with people's ancestors very strongly lately. And in case y'all didn't know, I am Afro-Latina, so that's why I connect deeply with the black community, and I feel called to do this. I keep staring at it. Ooh, I felt that in my fucking head. Some of y'all have some crown chakra blockages. It low-key might be my third eye though, because it was kind of back here, and then might be your pineal gland. But let's get into these tarot messages, Spirit. What messages do you have for this TikTok collective, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo? What else can we have in regards to this next week ahead? Don't forget that the 222 portal is coming up. I know we just had one. We had a 2222 portal, like a 2222 portal, but we're about to have a 22222 portal, and that's also Pluto return, which means that we are also, Pluto is shifting into the what is it called? Pluto is shifting into the sign of Aquarius from Capricorn. Pluto return. Pluto is the sign. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, destruction for renewal. I saw a video on this earlier by Lena Live. I definitely recommend you go watch it. She explains it so well. It's not only a portal of manifestation, but it's also, you know, that happening. It's also right before Pisces season begins, and on top of that, it's like solidifying that shift that started to happen in December of 2020 that we were talking about. I was just talking about earlier. King of Discs in reverse, Page of Wands in reverse. Y'all all out of whack, huh? Listen, I fuck with y'all, but like, y'all have not been doing what you need to do. And you know this. You kind of fell off. Because you weren't seeing results as fast as you needed to see them, or as you wanted to see them. But you know, this was kind of part of your path too, because you needed to stray from the path to be able to get back on it. But now it's time to get back on it, because it's not the time's running out, but the time is now. Listen, baby. It doesn't mean you have to be super strict with yourself. Like, sometimes you have to realize that when we're too like strict with things, like, we're gonna rebel. Like, our body's gonna rebel, especially our inner child, because like, we want to have freedom. We want to feel joy. We want to feel like okay with just being ourselves, you know. So we have to have like a balance between discipline and like freedom. You know, freedom, freedom, oh freedom. I don't know why that song just started playing in my head. Let's see. Ancestors coming through heavy in this message. The other messages are just like some spirit guides, some angels, some ancestors heavy. King of Discs and Page of Wands. Oh my god, my third eye is hurting so bad. Ooh, y'all are having like level ups. My body just has like chills. You are carrying the baggage of the people who came before you. Did your parents like not support your dreams? Did your parents be the ones who told you that like you're dumb for thinking that way and you gotta do the shit that's gonna make you money because that fame shit is not gonna work, that art shit is not gonna work, whatever? Or like they supported you up until a certain point and then they're like, alright, you gotta start paying bills, like get your life together. Or maybe you didn't really grow up with like your parents in your life heavily, because I'm seeing this King of Discs in reverse, the Page of Wands in reverse, and it's giving like counterparts, you know. You may have had an earth sign father or a fire sign mother. And then this Four of Discs, and this one speaks of like, well, that's Pentacles, but it's like he has too many things in his hand to walk through the door, even though the key's right in front of him. And it's like you're carrying all this baggage that you don't have enough room to pick up like what's literally right in front of you, to step into that energy, to be able to walk through that door, step through that portal, right? So it's like you see the key, you see it within you, but you feel like you're never gonna be able to grab it because you are holding on all these baggage, and for some reason you think that you need to be carrying it, so you're just staring at the key thinking like, how the fuck am I gonna get that key, because I can't let these go. But even if you manage to get the key, you still won't be able to open the door because you don't have any free hands. So it's like you're thinking like 10 steps ahead of like, see, but I already have the key inside me, like this isn't that, like, okay, but in order to be able to, like, there's a reason why you haven't used it. Don't you think, oh, I want this dream to happen and I have what it takes to make it happen? Don't you think at one point something would have clicked if like that's where you were already? Do you know what I'm saying? And it's like the only thing that's keeping you from like embracing that, like the key to unlock the door to your dreams, is literally you holding on to this baggage, this generational trauma, this like I feel like the reason why I'm saying this is a generational trauma is because if your parents told you that you couldn't pursue your dreams, their parents probably told them, and their parents, and their parents, and their parents, and if you're a person of color, they're slave masters. So, listen, I feel like right now it's time for you to get real about yourself and to do some shadow work with this Queen of Cups. It's giving you need to get in tune with your emotions. Ahaha, kiki. Y'all like to joke about a lot of shit. Y'all are jokesters. I knew that you were just doing that to evade talking about the real shit. You need to get more in tune with your emotions because it will make your intuition a lot stronger, aka strengthening your third eye. And also your sacral chakra. Your sacral chakra is the chakra of creation and creativity, sensuality, and sexuality. Also, whenever you don't heal certain wounds or emotional wounds, whenever you don't heal certain emotional wounds, that shame, that neglect, it all gets stored right there in your womb, your sacral chakra, your chakra of creation. So it keeps you in this block from being able to move forward until you release what it is that you need to release to get there. So if that gives you any insight, you can start working on that. Look up some videos on that, on sacral chakra and third eye chakra. And it's okay, you can leave it. Or you want to hear it? Sorry, I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? But you need to do some shadow work. You need to go within. Shadow work sounds so big and scary. You need to sit with yourself and ask yourself, why the fuck do you not believe in yourself? And why are you still in the place that you're at when you know you could get exactly to the place that you want to be at? And you need to get real about yourself. Because you're the only one stopping yourself from being able to move forward. This Fool card, it's like, first of all, you're being a fool. Second of all, 4141. Second of all, the sun, it represents like your inner child. It also represents joy and happiness, like the sun card in tarot. And it's like you have yet to take that leap of faith towards your dreams, towards your happiness, towards your inner child healing, because you haven't really embraced the dark parts of yourself yet. You always want to be in the light. You always want to be happy, kiki, you want to smoke all your problems away. Okay, well then you're never going to face the fact that they exist. You just keep ignoring them. You keep ignoring them, but they still exist. They don't just disappear just because you don't see them. They're still right fucking there. They're still right there. That's like, if you have fucking diarrhea and pretend you don't have diarrhea, you're still shitting your pants. You think nobody sees it or smells it? You see it and smell it, you just pretend you don't. You could clip your nose, you could change your pants, you still shitting your pants. Like, I don't know what to tell you. So that's... I know you like to think your shit don't stink, but lean a little bit closer, see them roses silly smell like poo. Yeah, I know some of y'all from Atlanta because Outkast coming through. Okay. Don't tell me Andre 3000's answers is coming through the chat. No, I'm kidding. But oh yes, okay, so you need to be able to be in tune with your higher self, to be in tune with your inner self and your dreams and your goals, and take that leap, like that leap of faith. And so I still forgot what I was going to say, but I think that's where I was going. So with this Knight of Cups in reverse, can we get some clarity on this, please, Spirit, to close out this reading? Can we get some last messages, some clarity on this Knight of Cups in reverse? Oh, you not, like, it's like they're holding their cup out, but it's in the shadows. You see how it's like dark time? Like the universe is holding its cup out, your ancestors are holding its cup out, but the answers to your problems, the abundance that you're seeking, is in the shadows that you keep avoiding. The problems that you're not looking for, because guess what? Every problem has a solution in the sentence. And I learned that in an astrology class that I took with Sunny MF Money the other day on the Leo full moon. He was basically saying, like, normally our problems have the solution, like have the answer, the solution in the problem. So let's say I don't have enough time. Okay, make time. I don't have enough money. Okay, make money. Like, thank you so much. This is delicious.
What?
See, that wasn't aggressive. So yeah, and it's like you just have to think outside the box, which of course you can do. You're a fire sign, hello. That's like your thing. Passionate, driven, inspired, leaders. Hello. Spontaneous, that's literally your thing, is to think outside the box. 4. But you have to look within to look outside. You know what I mean? What was I saying? The answer is within you, but in the side of you that you refuse to acknowledge. And remember, our shadow side isn't our dark side in the sense of like it's a negative thing. It just means it's the part of ourselves that we haven't shed a light on in so long. It's like we locked it away in a closet and now we're scared that the boogeyman's in there because we haven't opened it for so long. It's not a boogeyman, it's just the shit that you like refuse to see. Ah, the Grinch! The Grinch! It's really not as negative as you think. What I realized when I first started healing about 2 years ago and like doing shadow work and things like that is sometimes our traumas seem so much bigger before we actually process them and go back and acknowledge them, so we avoid them for so long because we're still, the last time that we opened those traumas, we were that age, we were experiencing them at that time. So we look at them from the eyes of however old we were. If you went through something when you were 8 years old and you haven't wanted to think about it since, it's always lingering in the back of your brain. It's a trauma, but you don't process it. You don't allow yourself to embody it and feel it to be able to process it and let it go. You're still thinking of it from the eyes of an 8-year-old, from the brain of the 8-year-old. Since then, let's say you're 20 years old, right? You've had 12 years to grow stronger, wiser, understand more about yourself, about your emotions. You're probably sitting here, if you're in alignment with me, you probably have been discovering all these things about yourself recently. So, like, what makes you think that you don't have the tools, the skills, and the strength and the capability to be able to go back and heal that? It only seems so scary and so inconvenient because it's been so long and you're like, I just want to erase it. But guess what? The only way you're going to be able to let it go the way you want to let it go is if you face it. And it's really not as bad as you think, because when you face it, it's super scary at first for like the first few minutes, and then as you start to work through it, it gets easier and easier. You scream, you cry, you let it out, you write it out, you talk about it, you talk to a friend, and now you just get to, you actually get to move on with your life. And it happens a lot faster than you think. Just because you've been putting it off for so long doesn't mean that it's going to take you a really, really long time to get through it. It's just going to take you the amount of time it would have taken you if you allowed yourself to process it in the first place. But obviously, that's not how it works. The reason why you couldn't process it in the first place is because of how young you were or what you were going through at that time that didn't allow you the circumstances to do so. But if your spirit team is telling you right now, it's okay for you to do the inner child healing, it's because you're in a space to do so. You're safe enough to do so, and you have the support to do so. Look at her showing her booty to y'all. You're mad rude, bro. Mad interruptions today. I'm sorry, yo. Then we got the Knight of Swords. I think this is exactly what it was saying. When you face your truth, you will realize that you can shine the light on it, and you're strong enough to do so. Like, it's enough of letting these things remain in the dark, shine the light on it, speak your truth, and you know that you have the intellect and the logic to balance out your emotions that you've been running from all this time. And instead of running away from them, you can run towards them. Look, it's like he's like running away from his emotions and he's like running towards them. That's so funny. Last message so I could let y'all go and I could finish drinking my coffee and I could head on over and do some personal readings. I feel like I'm not doing these readings is like the way that other people want you to do it, but you know what? I'm like okay with that because I kind of like the way that I do my readings. Okay, last message. 5 of Swords in reverse. 10 of Discs in reverse. Yeah, I feel like maybe you just might not have like a strong family unit. You have like a lot of family traumas growing up. You didn't grow up in like a happy, healthy home. And that's what's making it really hard for you. Not having that unity is kind of like hard to find that unity within yourself. It's like whereas you feel like you may have had a lot of options in the, like growing up, they were kind of taken away from you. And you just don't want to feel stuck like that anymore. You don't want to feel like you have nowhere to go but down. Does that make sense? Like I feel like you had such a hard time growing up that it's hard for you to imagine outside of your circumstances right now, because even for you getting to the place that you are at right now, girl, even for you getting to the place that you have gotten to right now was probably like unbelievable for your younger self. Like your dreams were dreams. They were just that. They were like a dream on a star. They were a miracle. They could never actually be tangible in your reality. Maybe that's why it's really hard for you to believe that you could actually do that right now. Because even for you to be as stable as you are or in the place that you are right now, you feel like you should be grateful. That should be enough because this is beyond what you ever thought you could actually get to. Because it's so much more than what you saw growing up as a kid. Hey, sorry. But that's not true. You got yourself out of that situation once. You somehow made it here. That was the biggest hump that you had to go over your entire life. What makes you think that you're not strong enough to do it again? A smaller hill, because this is literally meant for you. Bottom of the deck energy, death in reverse, rebirth. You had to work so hard. You grew up in an upside down world. You had to work so hard to make your world right side up again. Nothing is ever going to be that hard again. It's going to take work. It's going to take discipline and consistency, but nothing is ever going to be that hard again. You are having a rebirth. You better motherfucking believe it. Okay, I love y'all so much. If you made it this far, thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the ways that I do my readings. If you want to check out any of my other readings for this upcoming week, if you want to check out like the signs for your day 3 and everything, they will be uploaded as well. If you want to head over to my TikTok, I'm going to start offering live readings for people to get personal readings on live, which is like a new thing that I'm doing. If you want to book a personal reading, you can hit me up on my Instagram at CosmicAngel777, or if you just want to check out my content or see what's up. If you want to let me know what resonated, if you don't want to comment it below, you could go ahead and DM me on there, or you could just comment it below if you want to tell me what resonated in this reading. Don't forget to leave a like button if you liked it. If you want to see more content from me that's tarot oriented, you can check out my TikTok at cosmic.angel777. Everything that I'm saying is going to be linked below in the description. If you have any questions, you can comment them, you could DM me, you could comment on my TikTok, literally anything. I try to get back to everybody. And if you want to see more content from me that is kind of like spiritual, mindful based, but is less oriented around the collective and is more like just lifestyle and shit, you can check out my other YouTube channel at Celestial Jace, also linked below. Thank you so much for making it this far. I'm sending you so much healing, love, light, and high vibrational abundant energy. You fucking got this. I love you, fire signs. You are amazing and beautiful and talented and fucking extraordinary and a gift to this world. You better motherfucking act like it, walk like it, and talk like it, because that is what you are. Okay? Bye.